story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe, we cleanse the world from the shadow of the ring and its master. Yet we dwarves celebrate as a scattered people, cut off from our one true home. Across Middle-earth we mine and sculpt, delving for riches, yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. Durin built it before the first sun rose. And through the ages, when darkness threatened our great kingdom, he awoke to lead us again. Until the Balrog took it all away. That was 1,000 years ago. And Durin the Deathless has not returned. Some say be patient. I say we wait no longer. It is time to journey from every mountain. Come, rally together. Bring your axes and tools, craft and courage. It is time we dwarves return to Moria.
Hi, with that, hello, my name is Misty. Welcome to Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. And I have the Durin's Folk expansion, basically, which it just adds more places in the world, or in Moria, to find. Ah, this game. So, this game, you can play solo, but it's better if you play it with a friend. At least one. I'll be completely honest. Just because of the way things happen in the game and the way it... What I'm mainly referring to, as you play through the game, you're going to encounter various orcs and goblins, and if you have someone with you, it's a lot easier to deal with their attacks, their raiding on your camp, and just a whole bunch of bland, boring stuff like that. It is a crafting game. Survival in the sense that there's combat and you have to be careful with the combat. Other than that, it's more exploration, crafting, and some action. That's basically it. It's an interesting game. Now, there's a few things. Well, let's check settings to see if anything changed. We're on console. Hold X to... Do we want to hold X? Hold to sprint? No, I'd rather have it just on and off. That's fine. Gameplay will mess with when we get inside. Brightness, sure, whatever. Yeah, that's good, I guess. Legal. We're not allowing telemetry. I don't care how you, if you want to know how I use your game. That looks fine. So we're gonna play. So this is my character, Builder. Because he was rebuilding Moria. I know, it's very clever, thank you. But we're gonna create a new dwarf. I don't know why you would ever retire your dwarf. Honestly. Maybe you don't have enough spaces? Okay, so... so let's... Hang on, isn't there... Like, should we be able to change male and female? Oh, that's how we make a lady one. I thought there was a fucking button that would... That would make you it just automatically give you all the female traits. Alright. That's slightly confusing. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but whatever. Alright, so we gotta make her a dwarf. So your beard style, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's role-playing. This doesn't affect anything other than your minor cutscenes where it's visible. But we have to have a beard. We're gonna be a... No. Majestic? Eh. No. Ducktail. Woo! Alright, and what color do we want? Will be white. Okay, I guess there's one of the female faces. Sure. Can I zoom out? No, it just... Okay. The man bun? Jeweled bun? No. We're not a pirate. I guess we'll do that. Sure. And we are... I don't know, should we be all white like Gandalf? Golden hair. Oh, let's be red. We'll be red for Gimli. And I'm pretty sure that was John Rhys Davies. Excuse me. Davies? John Rhys. Yeah, I think it's Davies. Yeah, we'll be plain. Eyes. We have the fire of Moria in our hearts. Tattoo, none. Where's the scar? Oh, there. Oh, it's in the top of his temple. Okay. Pickaxe. Alright, so none, don't care. Beard. The jewelry in our beard. Gold? Sure. Hair? Gold. We'll do green. We'll have a high contrast. Actually, our hair will have as a white metal or silver, basically. Shoulders. Okay, let's see here. About like that. Chest. We're gonna have a broad chest. We're a strapping young lad. Bust. We're gonna be none because we are fit. And yeah, it's been hard on the roads, so we don't have much excess fat on us. I think this affects your hitbox slightly. We gotta change the eyes. Eyes are unsettling. Green. Blue. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so eager. Graham, focused. I don't know if this matters, really. We'll do focus, why not?
Khazad-dûm awaits.
Oh, if only my Nana could see this.
No.
Oh, that is a long way down.
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
Okay, 6 is kind of nice.
Oh, a hearty meal.
No.
An orc struggle.
Zil Arab da irazu.
It would do.
At your service.
The mountain smiles on us today. The mountain smiles on us today.
Okay, you're trying to be John Rhys Davies.
Khazad-dûm awaits.
Okay, so 3 or 6?
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
That one's a little bit younger, a little bit happier. Alright, so this is post Lord of the Rings, like we were told. into the golden age that basically happened after it. So essentially what happened, with after the scouring of the Shire, basically the large amounts of evil were removed from the world for now. What is... not Moria. Oh my god, Sauron's place. I fucking can't remember. Mordor. Mordor is free, basically. Barad-dûr was destroyed, or laid to waste. And as so, people were able to rebuild their countries and be happier. The dwarves eventually took back parts of Moria. I don't think they ever fully redid it. I don't remember. But the main thing of this is that the Glittering Caves was established by Gimli out back of... oh god, what is it? Outside Helm's Deep. So, yeah. So, Rohan basically let Gimli establish a dwarven colony. In exchange, the dwarven colony helped rebuild Helm's Deep, Isengard, and parts of Rohan, honestly. But in exchange for living, and they also maintained the caves, keeping lights, clearing the paths, and basically working the land in exchange for living there, which was a beneficial thing to both of them. Iron Hills. Yeah. Coastal Mountains. That's out east, I think. No, out Rune, so it's out west. No, that is out east. Blue Mountains, that's out west. The Red Mountains. That's out west again. Lonely Mountain, Smaug. Yeah, Glittering Caves. Iron Hill. Alright, so this affects your starting outfit, basically. It's mostly for lore, so it doesn't really matter, but we'll do this one. Alright, and story, sure. Oh, we can load into a world. Okay, well, let's create a world. Yeah, sure, let me host a dedicated server. No. I'm not doing that. Create a world. So there's two worlds, or two ways you can set up a world. One is the campaign, where it's their story of you coming back to Moria and you basically surviving in it. It has very sets, tile sets, where you would have story beats, basically. But the way those tile sets are connected is randomized. It's procedurally generated between those with logic to make sure that you can get from A to B. So that's basically what the campaign is. The sandbox, it removes a lot of those restrictions and logic so that it's more random. Things can happen in out of sequence. It's like a randomizer, basically. It still has enough logic in it, so you should be able to complete the game, but it doesn't have the refinements that the campaign would have. So the campaign also has a scaling built in, so that you don't get a end game level spawning next to your starting location. In Sandbox, that can happen. So the Sandbox is just a giant mishmash of things combined together. It's all procedurally generated with specific tile sets, once again, for lore reasons, and so you can progress through it. But from my understanding, the Sandbox, you may encounter a door, for example, that you can't get to because you don't have the key. And the key may not spawn until you explore for another 10 hours. And then you find the spot that It's at way down the fucking mines to gain access to it. So that's what can happen in Sandbox. Supposedly they fixed that. Don't know if they did. We'll find out. Well, actually, we won't find out because we're not doing that. We're doing campaign. So it's more kind of linear. But like I said, there are sections where it's wild, spaghetti-like, and then we come together to a predetermined path. It's not horrible. The problem is that's one of the biggest issues with this game. We're just going to randomize the seed a couple times. And we'll get into that because when this game launched, there was no map. That's right. A game about Moria that had no fucking map in it. And when it's all completely... Hang on, we're going to do this so I get a last 3 numbers that I like. Uh, 128, sure. On my 128 BPS modem. You'll see in a second. So we're Duran's Folk expansion, we're going to have it on because it adds endgame and it allows us... Actually, I wonder if it allows us to discover it as we go or if we have to complete the game and try and go find it back. Because I tried to pop in and do with the other guy, Builder, but trying to renegotiate Moria when you don't know your way around, even with a map, is fucking almost impossible. It would take so long to relearn the map, it's just going to be faster to do this. Alright, so this, then we're going to go here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do custom difficulty. The reason why is because we're solo. You can see what it does. It drops everything down. But we're going to go to story. And you see that everything gets changed, but that's not very great. So what we're going to do is we're going to change some of these. Mining drops difficult. World drops normal. Horde frequency, we're going to... Hang on, how can I... Can I actually change this, or is it not going to let me right now? It's not going to let me now until we get into the game. Because what we're going to do... Alright, can I... No, I can't change. So we're going to go inside when we get in the game. We're going to change some of this. One, we're going to drop the horde and siege frequency and patrol frequency down because it's fucking annoying. If you're playing with friends, it's like, okay, you can go fight and have some fun, but it's more annoying when you're just trying to go and explore and find the way forward to be told, hey, your base is under siege. Or be told, hey, you know that base you had 18 hours ago? Oh, it's under siege now, so do you want to go defend it? Oh, you don't want to? Okay, well then, you have to take the consequences of that, and you're going to have like low morale and a whole bunch of shit because of that. So we're just going to knock that down as soon as we can. So we're going to play offline. We're going to launch the game.
Yes, dwarves from every clan have answered your call, despite the King Under the Mountain's objection. Lord Gimli, Erebor will not support entering the Black Pit.
If the king wants to stop us, he can come himself.
Every attempt you've made has failed. This is a sign.
No signs or kings are going to stop us. This is the time to reclaim Khazad-dûm. Today, we get into that mountain. Any luck?
Nah, won't budge.
Did you try speaking friend?
Now, why didn't I think of that before?
So this should be on
You
the
did your best. On to plan B.
east side, I think, of the mountain.
Finally.
Also, our hair should be
Plan
red,
B?
not black.
Is that blasting fire?
I'd stand back if I were you.
This is madness. Gimli, you can't. We have to wait for Durin.
Durin's not here. We have to do this ourselves. Maybe this will wake him up. Limin Barak. Limin Tagaz. Khazad Dashtin.
Oh, No! Lord Gimli! This is another sign!
Oh, hammer and tongs. It's the fourth age. Nothing is going to stop us.
You heard Lord Gimli. Let's go. Pack it in. Yes, nice and tight. Come on, help him out.
Uh-oh. Yes, blasting powder. Sauron's one good contribution to Middle-earth.
That was no normal dwarf blast.
Nope. No, it was not. Okay. Alright, so it looks like they
I need a
updated...
torch. Too dark for dwarf eyes.
Shut up. So this is actually kind of nice. It has your goals and your mysteries, which are like side quests, basically. Sometimes you have to do the side quests to progress the main quest, but from what I remember, it's fairly good at keeping track of what you've done. There was a few things that it didn't keep track of, like we needed to find a ancient library or something, and I found it and got the equipment and used it to progress, but the game kept telling me, hey, you need to find this. Even when I went back there, it's like, nope, you didn't find it. It's like, I'm standing in the location, what more do you want from me? It's like, nope, 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 nope. Just close its eyes and didn't pretend like I didn't see you. The UI for this game is actually really nice, and the fact that there's so much care and love put into it, it's nice. I mean, compared to fucking Borderlands, was it 4? That looks like it's a cookie cutter piece of shit. Sorry. So here we go. So it gives you lore. Whenever you have the little, what am I call the Pope's hat, that's lore. So you can read more about what's going on, where it's going. Also, this is one of the few places in the world you can get Mithril. I think you can get it somewhere else, but here is probably the biggest location of it. And minor spoiler, we will be needing to find Mithril. King Thorin III. King Under the Mountain. Rebuilt the kingdom of Erebor and Dale, of course he did. But Lake Town should still have the giant dragon's bones that are cursed, I think it is. So yeah, King Thorin doesn't want to be part of this because bad stuff. Section 1. Section 1 of the contract of the company of Gimli Lockbreaker. For your offered assistance in returning Moria to mine Mithril, my serious acceptance. Terms, all traveling expenses into Moria guaranteed in any event. Funeral expense. Okay, so this is a... Gotcha. This is a reference to The Hobbit for Thorin and what Gandalf did. Learning the game. Craft a light source, yes. So you will need light. If you're in darkness too long, I think it affects your morale, which affects your stamina. I forget exactly what it is. Alright, so here's the map. So the map was not in this game. And that was a huge fucking problem because it's procedurally generated. You have no idea where to go or where it could be next. It looks like they actually updated it somewhat. The downside to the map is that it does not show... like, once we find a level up or level down, like a... like this is a level down from us, this is on our current level, it won't really show you exactly where the stairs are or the way up and down. It'll show you more or less where it's at, but it's up to you to try and figure out where it's at in the world. That becomes an issue when you have a giant room that's a tile that's placed and spawned in that has like 6 ways off from it. And the map is just telling you, oh, it's above you, or it's in this room somewhere. So you have to scour the room, which can take you, 5 minutes to traverse. And you're like, okay, it's not here, it's here. And you have to fucking just try and find it. I also don't think we can leave markers. I mean, we can put like a mark my location. But it doesn't show. Let's put this. But it won't show like like in the world really, which is a downside. Now, it does show us on the mini map. So the mini map was the original map they put in, which is just a top-down view. And if you can guess, in a world that's 3-dimensionals with multiple levels you're going to go up and down in, it doesn't help you. So they had to put in this one, which is from like a 3/4 view, which is drastically better. We're going to remove that marker, if I can get to it. Spot, we're going to delete it. We'll try and use this to mark the ways up and down, but I think it's going to be kind of shit, unfortunately to say, just because of the way this game wasn't made to have a map. Probably because it's too research intensive to put it in. Okay, so we need to find more resources, which we're going to have to do. We're also going to find recipe lists. We're going to be building different things, rope ladders, quick platforms, which we're going to need to use drastically. And rope ladders, we're going to need to use a lot as well. These are the way you traverse Moria quickly, and you kind of want to remove the ones that you don't need so that you can find your path in and out of your ways fast and easy. You're also going to need these to delve deeper down and not die when you fall, and use these basically to climb up. It's fairly quick and easy once you use them, but it's kind of annoying to try and figure out. Okay, here's our inventory. We have no armor in our pack. The pack we will need to upgrade as we go, but we have to get the crafting specs for it. Here's our wardrobe. I don't have any of the other DLC packs other than Durin's Bane. They did, when this first came out, they released the Christmas pack for free for Christmas, and then they locked it behind, I think, a $6 paywall now, which is I'm not really happy about, but I mean, there's not much you can do about it. So energy, if I remember, is tied to your food. So is your health. Alright, so if you look down at the bottom left, we have a lot going on there. So food affects your energy, which is how well you fight, how fast you can run, jump, and affects your stamina regen. It also affects how much you heal. So most of the time, we'll eat to keep our energy up so that we can move effectively through the world. If we're fighting, chances are we're not going to really be worrying about trying to heal too much, other than drinking, I think it's mead, because we can get a brewery going, but it's more for flavoring. I think we'll probably be using it for stamina regen. I think there's a potion we can get. Alright, so down the bottom left, you also see that while we're in the maps, let me get back to it. Time is essentially paused for the most part. Not always, but it's paused pretty much. Especially in the tutorial area, it's going to be paused. You see right now we're in light. If we're in dark, our morale goes down, meaning our stamina regen goes down. We use more energy to do anything, and we get hungrier faster. and we're not as effective at fighting, running, jumping, doing everything. So you don't want to be in the dark unless you have to be. Morale also affects if you can sleep, I think. I think if you have no morale, you just can't sleep. So you can't regain health or anything like that. Yeah. So now we're recovering. There's our stamina. But punching this gets us nothing, which is a shame. So we need to find, there we go, wood scraps. We're gonna just hoover them up. Oh, that's right, hang on. I just remembered. System, difficulty. Now we can change it to custom, thank goodness. So combat, down, down, down. Mining drops, we're gonna kick that up. World drops up. Horde frequency, low, low, low. Why? One, we're playing this solo. Two, like I said, the horde frequency is fucking annoying. Survival, it's not that hard, even if it's on normal, but I don't want to spend 80 fucking days trying to set up a farm in each location that we're just going to abandon in 20 minutes. So we're just going to bypass all that. Mining drops, it's not that big of a deal. Even have it on default. I put it on high just so that we can level up stuff and we don't have to search for 80 fucking years to try and find a second vein of ore or silver or something like that, just to speed things up a bit. So if you're going to play solo, I recommend this type setting. If you find it very easy, that's fine. I'd say up your enemy aggression maybe. Now actually, probably up your combat difficulty and your survival, or just survival, or drop these, but leave these alone. Why? You're going to see, unless they changed it, with this setting, I was getting attacked by orcs about every 5 minutes. I mean, I set a timer on my phone and put the snooze button. Every 5 minutes, snooze, I get attacked. Snooze, I get attacked. It was on clockwork. Every 5 minutes, you were attacked. Especially the farther in the game you got. At the end game, I think it was like every 2 or 3 minutes, you're getting attacked. So it's like, why? Okay, that's just fucking annoying. And that's on the very low settings. I couldn't imagine if you had it on, very high. That just sounds so fucking annoying. So we're going to save it. There we go. Now that, also we're going to do general, make sure everything's fine, nothing changed. Turn that up some. Music. Okay. Confirm. Alright, so building. We need to craft a torch. I think we have to come into our pact to craft. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we have to go into the menu to craft this. Okay. So it costs 1 wood. We craft it. And here we go, resources. Wood scraps, they're the basic thing. They're everywhere. You get from demolishing things and just off the ground. You kind of want to always have them on you. Just because they are used in so many things. We're going to mark all as seen for our recipe lists. And now you can see here that to build a quick platform requires 1 wood. We need natural fiber, or actually I think it's natural fiber then rope to build that platform. We can also go to deconstruct, where if we built something we can go deconstruct it and we'll get an amount of stuff back. What? What are you? Oh yeah. So there's walls that are made in the game that we can't destroy with your building tools. You have to destroy them using a pickaxe. So we click in left stick to run. Oh, we should put our I take... I want you off my... That's that. Y. Okay. You go my pack. You... Torch I want off. Okay. Torch we have here. Resources will respawn throughout the game. Except for the ore veins, if I remember correctly. Those are limited. But the game will spawn in tons of stuff as much as you basically are willing to search. There's our dodge. We have iframes when we dodge. So it's a good idea to do that. Alright, so we can jump. You want to sprint, then jump.
There must be a way back to camp. Could try the doors of Durin from the inside. Best get going.
So we got metal scrap. Okay, metal scrap. And we do have a inventory limit. Wrong button. Pickaxe. This is our basic pickaxe. It's tier 1. There are tier 5? Tier 5 items that you can make as you go through. So pickaxes, it's your basic. You can use it as a tool, but it's for gaining resources. Metal fragments can be found everywhere. Tips. Jumping. Yeah, so jumping is good. We've got to try and find our way out. Now, if we look at our map, you notice that we ran across a little, I want to call it a cavern, a small jumping spot. It's not in there. It's not shown. Even these stairs here. Let's see if these show up on the map. Oh. What's this? Not on the map. So you can already see the issue that comes with this map. There's no showing that, hey, we're actually going up in elevation here, which I would like to have it go up and down a small mountain in elevation, but we'll see how much it actually is going to show us. Let's move you. And don't worry about your torch burning out. You can always make another one. And in fact, we're going to do that now, because I don't care about the torch. These are here to give you light. Yeah, there we go. See, we get wood scraps from this. Oh, they put a... That is so much better. Okay, that's better. They finally gave you a lock on, or I guess lock on, a hey look type of thing for your pickaxe, so you can actually see what you're aiming at now. It is surprisingly dark for that. I remember that the darkness it has, that was it, not volumetric lighting, it's the lighting that is from, it tries to mimic real lighting in that when you go into a bright area, your eyes take a second to adjust. And when you go into a dark area, it has issues with that as well. So let's see. Why is it? I guess that means we're using stamina. Alright, so we have rock here. We do dig in a sphere type of location or area. Now you can dig in a specific way that so you don't have to put platforms down. Because eventually you will run out of, like, we can't reach any higher. So what we can do is we can try and just dig up at an angle like this. We may have already, yeah, we've already messed this up, okay. not gonna be able to do it. Okay, so you can dig into it at a higher angle and build yourself steps as you dig in, so that you don't have to put down your. Okay, that's not real. We can't dig into it. So you don't have to build ladders or scaffolding to reach the goodies up above you. Also, you can dig straight up. There's no problem with it. Digging straight down, you want to be careful with, not because of lava, but because there is fall damage. And you will take fall damage. See, we got more wood. Up, twilight. Twilight happens because it's getting dark. Will this give us anything? That wasn't worth it. Okay. Oh, we got more stone. Okay. So this should just be here for us to mess around with and to. Yeah, you see that we now have a little shelf to climb in. Then we can climb up in an angle. And you can just kind of manipulate the terrain like this. Not all terrain can be manipulated. It is very limited in what you can dig through. But we're just grabbing rock now because it's kind of useful. We will need to carry a small amount of a few resources with us at all times. One of them being wood for a torch and for your not pickaxe, for your building platforms. Yeah, so this should be just a straight dead end. Now I do recommend, if you play with people or a friend, that you have your roles kind of decided. So who will be your... Oh yeah, and you can have floating chunks. Like, who's going to be the miner when you need to go gather resources? Like, you go out, you go find iron, you go find silver, I think it is, or whatever it is, and you just go find rock. Same thing when we get to making weapons. Every weapon has their own benefits. Also, you can see that our energy is now lower because we've been mining. So as we run, jump, dodge, our roll dodge, because we are a thick boy. It's not the fastest, it's slow, but you have iframes pretty much the entire time while you're rolling. These braziers will burn as long as you're in the area. I think they will go away if you get too far. Now, since it's now night, enemies will spawn, and any natural light that we would get, bear with me, goes away. Yes, we are in a mountain, but the dwarves were found a way to reflect and refract the sunlight or the moonlight so it can help lighten up, and you can have a what's the word I'm looking for? Farms or gardens in the deep. I don't think there's a shovel, actually. Alright, so there's an orc encampment. Typically, that's what that symbolizes. Because remember, there's no dwarves in here. Only thing that's in here are elves, not elves, orcs, and I think Urukai might be in here as well. I don't remember. Can you? Hang on, can we just get stone from this? We can. Okay, so stone is infinite. I just wanted to clear this out a little bit so that we have...
Firelight! We're not alone!
Yeah, so that's how you can put your torch out. The issue with I have a lot of this is that you have to cycle back and forth to it, and it's not great. Oh, we're starving. I forgot about that. So starving, I think we're going to take damage periodically unless we eat something. Let's see if we can take damage again or not. Also, is there a quick move? RA. So we can eat. Yeah, we're gonna take because we're not. Really, that's all the food that gave me. I mean, mushrooms are readily available, so it's not that big of a deal. What do we have here? So we need a shield, an improvised axe. Let me go back to our... Now, time is not paused when we're in this menu. It is slowed, but not paused. Okay, there we go. And if we want to fight, we need to equip these, but you see that it puts our torch out. And if we're in darkness, it messes up with our happiness, basically. Fallen Dwarf, we can honor him. And we gain a buff. And he drops this little thing, which is... It's a hero's token. It's a collectible. It's a ceremonial token recovered from a hero dwarf who died defending Khazad-dûm. Build a memorial flame to honor their sacrifice. This, if I remember correctly... No, it's not the one. These we get whenever we find, basically, passed away dwarves. There are also some of those that drop in each area that are unique. That we need to find a set number of them to unlock a special chest, I want to say it is. And we can cook better food later. Right now we're just eating them raw because it's quick and dirty.
Of Erebor.
Oh. Didn't even fucking see you. Scraps. This is here to give us light so that we can have equipment equipped. And this is here to help you kind of practice your jumping on dwarven scaffolding. I don't remember if we can build this stuff. I think we can build stuff similar to this, but not exactly that level of things. Alright, that's orc equipment or markings. Now the Raven of Erebor is here to give us direction. I also mash jump when I'm trying to climb up spots because I don't want to fall down and die. Add fuel. I think it being cold will take more fuel to activate these braziers. If I'm running through an area, I try to put these on so that we have more light and I know that I've been here. Because it's very rare you'll see these lit up in the world itself. So let's talk to our raven friend. Arik, I think his name is.
Are you from our camp?
Thank the winds! I am Arik, son of Arak. Yours is the only friendly face here.
What's happened to the rest of the camp?
I cannot tell. A curse, ill curse. It blocks me.
Could you search for another way out? for any other survivors.
I will search. You go east, see what you can find. I will fly to you when I can.
That's another thing. I don't like how the pop-in of some characters. Because he was supposed to fly away and disappear back there. I think you saw the model actually despawn. But, yeah, not that great. Okay, so tapping up brings up the build menu. Tapping down automatically gives us that's right. So down we can bring up this menu that pops up this little thing that lets you quickly build as you go. You're going to be using that a lot. Callouts. That's new. And right does nothing. Okay. So to get to here, we have to actually open with Y. Move you. Well, we need to make another pick, probably. Alright, let's equip our torch.
When do we attack? I want to taste dwarf flesh.
Yeah, so you want to listen around because you can hear them. The orcs. You'll hear them before you see them a lot of times. But you can also locate them. That way you don't have to be jumped on, get jumped or have them get to you before you see them. So you have the upper hand. What? No, why'd you? There we go. Alright, so you're gonna break soon. Alright, so we should be getting into a random tile set here. No, this is still the tutorial area. Build a new platform, that's what we're going to do. We just figured out by pushing down. Now it needs to be attached to a wall, and you have to be close enough for it to attach to that wall. Our torch broke, didn't it? Yeah, it did, okay. I think probably there? Oh, hang on. How do I build? Oh, right trigger to build. I'm a fucking idiot, alright. There we go. Jump on. Oh, that's nice. They put a rotate in. Typically I try to build it about head height, because that means that we can jump to it fairly easily with little to no issues. Now if we go down, you can roll and you'll take less damage. Wood becomes scarcer the farther in you go, but other items will become far more common. Alright, so if we can consult our map, from here on out should start to be randomized. So this whole section here is going to be randomized. I think it is. We'll find out. I can tell you for sure once we get out of the tutorial area. Alright, we're passing through a doorway. Yes, this should be randomized. Yes, it is, because it's stairs. Yeah, this is random, okay. So what appears in these hallways is just up to the game what it wants to spawn in. And how many enemies also... Oh, no wait, no, this is... Alright, so this is a tile set, sorry. It's hard to know when it's going to bring in something that's random or if it's going to be this early on. So there's a dwarven guy. The doors of Durin.
Doors of Durin! What's wrong with it? I've never seen runes with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side.
Okay. That's the wrong button. So we have to explore until the bird gets back. And we see now that the reason we couldn't get through is because shit's bad. So there's a evil in here, or in this mountain, I guess, and it's preventing us from leaving, and spoiler, preventing anyone else from getting in. Alright, so we beat that. Appendices, we have creatures. Sack rats. Alright, so they're rats that we can kill. Resources, we know. Location of Moria, the Dwarves of Dorin. So it's the same ones that... Okay, so they're going by a book lore then. Okay, not the movie lore. Because the movie lore, there should be just giant... Actually, there should be water out there.
Doors of Durin! What's wrong with it? I've never seen runes with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side.
Alright, so we have... This is a key location. What is that? Oh, it's... Okay. Sure. I guess that's the section of... Okay, this is the west gate. That kind of helps. But alright. So this is where the Fellowship came in. So this game not steals. It takes from the movies and the books, but far more the books. So there's rats.
I need a better weapon for this.
Yeah, so when he yells like that, that means you're using the wrong item. And... if I remember right, there's a way to lock on. So, if we do a charge attack, then jump and we hit them, it does like double damage or 3 times damage? I forget. It's by far the best way to try and beat up enemies. Alright, are we in the dark still or no? Let's see. No, we're not in the dark. Thankfully, there's magical lighting here. We can destroy all this. This is where the Fellowship came early on, so I started the Fellowship. So signs of the Fellowship. So we can follow their path through Moria, basically. The Fellowship was here. I found a wee set of Shire-made travel plates and forks. These must have been left behind by one of Lord Gimli's hobbit companions, perhaps while resting after the Watcher trapped them inside. Yeah, so we can find a few things. One is going to be Gandalf marks. They're marks left by Gandalf. And we can also find signs of the Fellowship left in here. We've got meat. Meat is something we need because we need to cook stuff. Also, we have a new recipe. There we go. We have stew. It requires a table. Which is not a big issue, but we can cook it, and mushroom stew. Oh, those are for lunch. A minor spoiler, it doesn't fucking matter what you eat. But if you eat the right thing, like this one, if you eat it at midday, it can regenerate health. Later on in the world, or in the game, you'll get some that are just, you just eat them because you need to fill yourself up, and it will just give you health back honestly. It's like there's no reason to really wait to eat something. Especially since I think once you cook it, it starts to go bad. Do I get anything for killing you? Because you're... Metal fragment and arrows. Okay. You don't want to destroy the dwarves, though.
Oh, they'll make a tasty treat.
Oh, and the minor spoiler, the darkness that is in here is giving the orcs special abilities. So they can appear anywhere, which is why your base is going to be attacked.
Track 'em down.
Up.
We'll kill him for you, boss. Not yet, fool. Walktown needs to prepare. Then we feast on dwarf flesh. Wait for my signal.
Yes, so Orktown. Well, orcs survived because they infest everywhere. Hoping that the orcs in America marched to war and they returned. They survived. Yeah, of course they did. Orcs are all over the place. We've heard of Orktown. That's it. We'll have orc towns and locations that we need to deal with. One, because it'll reduce the number of orcs in the area, and two, we'll get special loot from them, typically something that's required to progress the game. Think of these as little raiding parties you have to go do. It's not terribly difficult, as long as you have enough arrows and equipment. How full are we? We're not that full. I don't remember if arrows are a pain in the ass to make or not. Alright, so what spawns here is randomly generated. So like the terrain itself spawns in, no problem. But it's more of what pops, let's break this, pops in around it that you want to kind of see what's going on. Like this. Like this stuff won't necessarily be here. It'll have something else here in its place, but not. Okay, we gotta leave you. We have too much junk on us. And not necessarily this exact stuff will be here. Nope, I don't want the chest. Give me the scraps. Alright, so we have to come back to you. So the terrain will spawn in, and then it'll put different things up on top of it, so...
An outpost of Balin's company. We can shelter here.
Oh, we know there's goblins nearby because they just said get him. There's the Raven. We gotta talk with him. 1 second. Let's build this. There we go. That's another reason I use those so quick. Is it's a great way to get a little bit of ground working. So behind our character, there was what used to be a brewery in that house, but it's not there anymore. So this means it's changed.
They're not gonna last this night.
Yeah. So they don't want to attack us yet because we haven't claimed the outpost that's up ahead. So these buildings like this can spawn in with different variations of them. It's just a tile that gets placed in that changes depending on the seed. These houses are good to start in because you can come in. They typically have we need that, and we'll come back to that because that's a special one. And you can build up a little, your own little outpost here. You just have to be careful that you have a way in and a way out. If you don't have a way in or out, or a way out, you are going to have a bad time if the orcs decide to attack you. Because they start to come in force, and it's not a great time if you're unprepared. But you can get all sorts of things, like you can get a stove that you can fix to help you cook. A grindstone that you can make to help you process wheat, I think it is faster. Or to process things faster. And you don't have to fix those. You can leave those broken. It doesn't affect the game at all. There are things you have to fix, but those houses are not one of them. Like this. This could have been another house that we could have gone in, but the game decided not to put that in. Just like this is a house, potentially. 1 second, Eric. Yeah, it's like this one's filled in. This one could have been something, but it's not. This is always there. That's our base. Here's another house. It should be pretty much identical to the one we just were at. So you can see very quickly that these are just tile sets. These we can break, but we want to leave them as is for now. More of those. We need those for a collectible. Ooh, there's a lot of them in here. That's good. Okay. Oh, nope. Drop down. Now, if I remember correctly, we can't destroy these. These are permanent, quote-unquote, sections. Alright, so we're full on stuff. Actually, we have space for those. Let's grab those. 1 second. I just fucking realized that our hotbar has space on it. Because I'm an idiot. Get out of my way. There was none down here. What's in you? Metal fragment. Lembus. Beautiful. Now I think food goes bad, or am I misremembering the game? I'm pretty sure food goes bad. We're going to switch to another weapon. It's wood scraps, lovely. Once we get a better pack, we can also get a better torch that we can have to use, and we can run around with a torch on our pack. Or actually, no, that's a specific torch we can use for that. Grab you. Let's grab you. Isn't there a third one in here? I feel like there should be I missed one in this building. There it is. There we go. Okay. Let me do this. Alright, so there we go. A little bit better, we're a little bit brighter. Hello.
Oh, Eric! What news?
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cursed ruins in Moria. Our path, then, must go east.
Long journey. You must prepare. Up here, at that old dwarven camp.
You're right. It's time to find shelter before making our way farther.
I will scout ahead. Stay alive.
With luck, we'll exit the Dimrail Gate. For now, we must face the long dark of Moria.
Yes. Alright, so we need to prepare for the long dark, meaning I think we need to get armor. So we're going to be building a few bases throughout the time, our time here. Goals. For now, the orcs won't attack us until we... I think once we claim this base, they'll start attacking us. But we need to make a few things. We're going to leave this here, or a lot of this stuff here, because it affects their pathing to us. It'll force them to come at us more one-on-one rather than all at once. So we need to rebuild this encampment. So we need to build a bedroll, claim the bedroll, and rebuild the hearth. We also don't want to destroy these light sources because we cannot make them yet. So step 1 requires 10 stone. There we go. It's rebuilt. We have iron ingots, right? Or no? Let's rebuild the furnace. Now, we can build these pretty much anywhere we want, as long as we can... Oh, we don't have the iron. As long as we can build a hearth. You have to build a hearth first, before you rebuild... before you can build anything else around it. The hearth you build has a specific size around it that you can build stuff in, but it's up to you to choose the size you want. Essentially, you want to build the biggest one possible because it gives you more space around your... That's a coal pallet. Okay. More around your spots to build. And it also gives you more stuff to store. So let's go to the build menu. So what we're going to do now, as you see, we have floors we can put down. They're great for filling in gaps and for building a second story if you want. Doors are great. Stone walls are better. Stone block, not really useful. Roofs, never used them. The reason I never use them is because the goblins, the orcs will attack too often and they just destroy them. So I don't see a reason to really have them. So let's... Can we put a simple doorway? And you can see where we're allowed to build it. The issue by these little marks here, we want to make sure... No, fuck. Wrong button. Can I deconstruct? Deconstruct. There we go. I wanted to rotate it. So before you build anything, you want to clear the location out first. So like the scraps that are on the ground, we want to grab those before we... or remove these if we can, so it doesn't interfere with our building. I don't know what I was trying to say, but our building. So let's build a simple door. It needs to be near the hearth. So a lot of times you can not trick the game, but get it to work for you by... Oh, that's the wrong button again. By being in the area and then move... Yeah, so that won't work because it's... Why? Is it... What's it? Oh, it might be that it's hitting... that stuff? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think it was hitting the pillar. So what this will do is give us a way in and out, basically, from our... And we're not throwing it. What am I doing? Let's build a wall. Ah, well done. I hit right trigger to try and rotate it, but that doesn't help. Can we... Will you work there, or is that going to stop it? Alright, it's okay. See, like it's trying to connect. I think these things are in the way. Our inventory's full. You know what? Actually, we could probably... Well, let's do this. There we go. Let's clear all this stuff out. We need to build resource pallets. So you can see to build a stone hearth, we need coal. We don't have any coal. But you can build a small one with smaller amounts of coal. The bigger ones give you a bigger area. Also, this one doesn't let you build nearby it. The camp one is a small one that you can make if you need to.
Then we'll kill them all.
In terms of a, if you're in a spot where you absolutely have to have it. Okay, so this is a resource pallet. Resource pallets are incredibly useful. They let you store resources out of your inventory. Can you work there? Yes. Okay. That. Let's build a wood pallet. Now we want to make sure we put these somewhere where they're not going to interfere with us. And also where the enemy cannot get to them easily. So ideally, since we're going to try and wall this off with another door, we want to make sure that the pallets here potentially are safe from AoE attacks. Not that I'm expecting them to do huge amounts of damage, I just don't want them to... Not screw it, we'll try it here. I don't want them to try and accidentally destroy these because... Oh, I should probably just try to get rid of that now. So let's deposit all the stone. That's full. There's coal there, beautiful. Can I get rid of you? Yes, I can. Alright. Nope. Where is it? There it is. Oh! Equip it. Rid of you. That's beautiful. I prefer to have an airlock system in my bases. Yes, like this, I think is technically immortal. Let's see. Oh no, it's breaking down. I know some of them are functionally immortal and you can't do anything with. Like they can't. Oh my god, I forgot their name. They cannot break in through there. They're goblins or whatever the fuck they are. You gotta find the sweet spot for this. There it is. Yeah, there's iron over there that we need. So let's... Oh, that's right, they break. Use a repair smithy. Can I... I would love to throw you away. But we're not going to be able to. Okay, well, let's just build our... No, building. Put our wood pallet next to the stone. Now, wood I always found kind of scarcer than it should be, especially when it comes down to later in the game, because we'll get different types of wood and there'll be different type of stone. The way I do the different camps is I try to stock them up with what's in their area, and then if I need any of them, you can just fast travel back and forth between one to the other. Let's grab the stone. Oh, we're under siege.
You orc filth! I'll tear you down! We got orcs! That's one more for me!
So you see the charge attack does a lot more. Oh. This is a basic siege, by the way.
Take that!
Oh, no you don't.
Stay back!
So, you can see how annoying it gets. When they just fucking do that to you. And there's really no way to stop that, which I kind of dislike, but whatever. Go to wood. Give me a stone wall. Will you work? I want to make sure that they can't just run on the edge. So that'd probably be best to do. Back out of that. This. There, we can actually see a little bit better. Will you work here? Yes, you will, okay. Now, they'll attack this probably first before they attack anything else. Do this. Then we just want to combine these. The snap feature is actually really nice. Oh, I should make one of these a doorway probably. Yeah, we'll do that after. Just so we can get in and out fairly easily. Oh, hang on, let's get rid of... this chunk. There we go. The reason I'm building walls over here is because eventually they're going to send archers after us, and I don't want to have them picking us off if we're inside the base. They will eventually get inside the base if you don't go out and deal with them, so you do have to fight them. Or if it's a base you don't care about, you can just let it go to ruin. So yellow, I think it will fall to pieces? Or is it not structurally sound? I think that's what that might mean. Can I... There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna deconstruct. So we come out here. Actually, we need to make a door here. No, let's do a wall first before we do anything else. Okay, now here's the question. If I do this, is this going to be thick enough for a simple door? Okay, let's do... Can we do a... Oh, it's the same thing. It just doesn't... Can you put it there? These are a lot cheaper than I remember. Remember these being real expensive to make. Prohibitively so. So it's like, sure, you want lights? It's gonna cost you an arm and a fucking leg to make them. Let's put some light in this corner. Yes, the whatchamacallit, the improvements they did to the building system is actually fairly nice. I do like it. Let's get rid of you first. Because trying to get it on a wall, you'd have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and just hope that you get close enough. But now that you can just tell the game, hey, I want to put this here, can you, put it there for me? And it will do it so you don't have to fucking fight the whole thing. Okay, about there for symmetry. And let's do some wall torches here. Now, if they destroy the wall, the torches go with it. Okay, let's build out here. They can't destroy the pre-built walls, though. So if you can't destroy it, they can't destroy it. And given enough time, they'll destroy pretty much everything in your base. Alright, so I think we'll destroy this one. Is this one or that's two walls, isn't it? So straight out here. Oh, it's on a fucking wall there. Well, we're about to learn a valuable lesson about not doing that. Yep. That's what I figured. build another... No, not archway, doorway. It's more expensive, but it lets us go in and out. So we could destroy these pillars, but I think they have better health than our equipment. So here we go. And as long as we're building within the zone of our hearth, we will use the resources here. We don't use resources anywhere else but the closest hearth. We have resource pallets. We can't do anything with wood. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so we need to make a bedroll. What do we have on us? A huge ton of cloth. Really? We can't do a scrap one? I thought we could do a scrap pallet. Wood, coal. No, maybe we need to... Iron ingots, recipe lists. Iron ore. Okay. A wood flare. Oh, a throwable small torch. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can make food. That's great. Okay. We need iron ore for you. We need the forge. We need iron. Right. Oh, we are starving. I just realized. Make some mushroom stew. 2 of them. While that's happening, we are going to go... Actually, don't we have a... Let's make a wooden chest. The lock's facing us. Let's put you... And there. Let's throw... RA. Oh, RL. Beautiful. That goes there. Put our scrap, actually, you in there, and this will be for collectibles. Collectibles in that one. This one's going to be just scrap, because we can't put it on a pallet for some reason. Alright, and we heard the bell means these are ready to eat. Gave us almost a full bar. Eat the other one. We stop starving. Wonderful. Okay. We're gonna make another chest or 2. There's that, and then this one we're gonna put next to here. This one's gonna be... Oh. That one's for food. Yeah, so anything we need for food, it goes in here. Lembus, it's an elvish bread. That's actually really good. I think we can learn that later, though. Then... this one is for our broken items / useless junk. Alright, wonderful, wonderful. Let's clear these out. Alright, so this also, we'll look at that in a second. That sent us on a quest to find that item. For that, oh my god, what is it? That, chest that's there. scraps. Chest. Can we get rid of the chest? Oh. I honestly didn't expect that to work. Oh, that's a little pillar. Okay, you can also see that because we haven't been sleeping, our stamina is drastically reduced, and our energy is low. Now, if you look down in the water here, there are things to collect, which is what we're going to go for now. They're onions, and these will repopulate as the time goes on. It's just up to you to either try to farm them or find out where they grow. These will always grow here. So if you want some, you can come back to this location if you're willing to travel here. Alright. I think we've cleared out pretty much all this place. Except for where they want us to go, which is over there. Oh, and our wood broke off. Right, we have our stuff. Now we should be able to pull from all of this. As long as we're in our hearth. Let's move you. That's trash. Pause it all. We have our stone. We have iron. We can build the forge. That lets us. I think we can make actual weapons now with the forge made. Beautiful. Yep, we can actually make weapons. Now the hammer we see there is not an actual weapon hammer. It's a hammer that we use for fixing items. Alright, so Ori's records. There's Ori. Alright, so part of our mysteries, Ori's records. I found a parchment in Elvish hand of the Third Age. Baden sent 5 of us to establish an outpost here in the far corners of Moria. We begin our search for Durin's axe. Alright.
A dwarven chest. Let's get you open. See what you keep in secret.
Okay, so we found a chest with Ori's name on it. It must contain something useful. This chest itself is basically a dwarf-made chest. Near destructible, impossible to open or move. So we need to find a unique key to make it, basically. So for that, onions, we have dwarf craft, forges, furnaces. Yeah. These, they're not really worth it. It's more for cosmetics than anything. It helps you. I forget what exactly it does. It says it gives you a chance to not use materials. I found them fucking useless, but whatever. Right, so we have recipe. Okay, we have all those. Up back. Forge. We can make an iron sword, a shield, a hammer, and Ori's key. The key, spoiler alert, will come across other chests. They'll tell us to make keys, and they'll require more resources. So we have to find them to produce them. So we need iron for this. We need hide scraps, which we get from killing animals with our axe, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, these give you buffs, they're not worth it if I remember correctly. Gives you energy, gives you strength, stuffed mushrooms. Now the more resources it takes and the longer it takes, typically the better it will fill your hunger. Okay, so that's all that. Building, what else did we get? We got the recipe for the forge, recipe for the smithy. Smithy you're going to be using a lot later on in the game because you are just going to come across so many enemies and they're going to be attacking you so much that it's just fucking annoying. Alright, let's get our bedroll. Oh, we have 1 iron. Oh, put the food away. Arrows you just need in your inventory and not really on your hotbar. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember what it is. Now this is a tier 2 arrow, so this is better than any arrow we can make. We can only make tier 1 I think once we discover how to make a bow. But it also has piercing, meaning it goes through the armor. There's different types basically that we'll come across. We're good, don't care about any of that. It is late morning, so let us cook that, and let's head on out to the iron here. Now don't forget, you can build your little platforms. Oh, we don't have anything equipped. Your little platforms anywhere you want. So if you want to build a way for you to jump up, you can put these here and jump up to get them. But I strongly discourage you from building them leading up to your base unless you're prepared to defend it. Because you're going to have a bad time about that. Alright, so for a lot of this stuff, I recommend starting at the top and working your way down. And
all that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. Renewed shall be blade that was broken. The crownless again shall be king.
No dig!
yes, when you do the little singing, it gives you a boost. Typically you want to do it. The downside to it is, later in the game you're going to come across the orcs and they will attack you if they hear you. Okay, we are getting tired, which means our efficiency is going down. Not that it really matters. Main thing that we want here is to clear this out as much as possible. There we go, lovely. Oh, come on. Beautiful. Now, anywhere it says iron ore, you want to make sure you get that, or whatever ore you're going for. The reason why I cleared out the stone at the top was to make sure there was no extra ore that was hiding up there. Now remember, we have drops for the world ore up high. So it's maximum, right? Something like that. So that it just speeds up the game slightly. There we go. That's iron ore. All right, there's our iron. Now, if we try to build, for example, out here, say we want to put a torch down. One, we don't have any resources. So we need wood, scrap, and metal, which we can grab fairly easily.
Durin's Bane's gone. Right. Maybe we'll find its bones one day.
Actually, I don't think we will. No, so here is Orin's line, basically a chest of it that we need to have these little collectibles that we've been finding all over the places.
A moose and a can to a family of old. I'll return the missing figures. Honor them.
Yes, and they will give us a reward for doing so. Those are only found in this little section. If we go out of this section, we can find other ones that are not useful for this place. Here's a brewery, where we can brew stuff, but it takes a huge amount of resources, and unless you're playing with other people, it is not really worth it. You don't see the procedural generation here. Oh, I didn't want to destroy it. Oh, well. I wanted to break that one thing, and that's it. A chemical steel. Yeah, all I wanted to do was break this shitty little pot next to it. Oh, well. We'll learn the recipe to make that at one point or another. We need food. Nope. No. And... that's nothing. Alright, so here's another furnace. There's no reason to rebuild these, so you want to be careful. Ooh, a bellows. We'll need a bellows. But you'll see that we can add fuel to these. No fuel to add. Okay, well then, screw you too, game. Aha! So this is someone left resources here. Whether on purpose or not, we don't know. These boxes have resources in them as well. There's some more of the Ori's pieces. Typically, the earlier are in the game, the more plentiful those things are. Will this work faster? Yes. Oh, our inventory is full. Durin's axe fragments. That's 1 of 5 pieces. The West Great fragment of Durin's axe is found. This piece looks like the handle of the axe. Can't quite tell what the materials are. Some of the runes are visible, but time has left its mark and will no longer read clear. It was a powerful axe. So we have a ongoing quest now to get the axe. We can place one of those. Basically fix the axe back up is where an ongoing goal for us now. You're actually trash. Get rid of scraps. We're just gonna destroy these because there's no point to it. Also, oh, we got chili peppers. Oh, can we build a... Oh, we can build these outside now. That is so useful. Oh my god. you weren't able to build these. You had to build something else, if I remember, outside, and it was just so annoying to do. All right, let's. It's late afternoon. We're running low on energy. Let's drop off our loot. Oh no, we want to left in. This is just generic stuff. This is this. Oh, I dropped it on the ground. Oh, because there's not one in there. That's why it's not putting it. I'm an idiot. Okay. Quick move. And that's weapons and resources. Let's put the arrows in there because we don't need arrows. Okay, we have food. Let's eat our stew. Move what little food we have. Let us store the stone. Oh, they're overlapping too. That's not good. Well, at least they're not going to break. That's one thing I will be happy with. We need to make another storage pallet for iron ore. Stone, wood, coal we'll put over there. Iron ore we'll put. We can't put it too close. We need a bellows, if I remember. Okay, so we're just gonna deposit all the ore. We're now lighter. Okay, let's throw away or throw in. So this is our junk chest. Oh, we have all of these. Okay, we have more than enough. Let's make a chest while we're here for our gemstones. Let's put it. No, let's put it over here. All the way over here. Oh, wrong button. There we go. These, if I remember right, we need to use it for specific items. To craft like a specific torch or repair something, we need to use those gemstones. Alright, let's fix Ori's family thing. Oh, place. Hey, open it. We got gold, sapphire, iron ore, that. Crafting plans. Red bumper, why to take off? Heirloom shield and the trapper hat. That's the hat that he wore in the movies, if I remember correctly. Alright. So that's how we can get crafting plans. So if we don't come across them naturally, we can find some from those little dwarven remembrances. We can also get them from another way, which we're going to have to do next time. But let's look at what we got. We got junk, for one thing. So let's sort this out. You go here, you go here. That goes in here, and that goes in here. That's all trash, basically. Okay, let's make... It's what, the forge? Okay, that's just a better shield than we have. Craft it. There we go. We made the key. We need the hammer. because it's going to build and repair stuff. These shields, they're pretty much exactly the same. But that's basically it. One is just a... Oh, it uses more resources. I don't remember if it has a real benefit other than cosmetics. Alright, so we have his key. Lembas bread, coal, okay, not bad. Throw all the coal down. Let's sort our inventory real quick. Open, thank you. Okay, so we don't need to carry the hammer on us at all times. It's mainly for repairing. So if we're not going to do repairing, we should leave it somewhere that we don't have to keep it with us. But for now, I think we'll put it in here. No, where's our equipment? There it is. Equipment chest. Throw that there. Alright, so we need to make a bedroll. Let's finally do that. A treasure cache? Oh, it just shows off the trip. Oh, that's right, because gold has nothing really useful in the base game. I think in the DLC that you can actually do something with the treasure stuff. Let's put it right here, shall we? We'll sleep by the hearth. A low wall made of stone. Okay. Nothing else in here that I can see. We got recipe lists. Back out of that. The trapper hat. It's a helmet, tier 1, so that's good. We want to make that. But we need hide scraps, which we need to kill. Not rats, the one above rats. Typically deer, which magically get in here. Or rogs? Wargs, I think it is. So we can make coal now. Yay! At the stone hearth. 25! Holy shit. For one piece? Hang on, we gotta try that. Alright, so we have 25 pieces go in. Does one piece come out? That's my question. Yes, one coal. Holy moly, that's inefficient. Make all the iron ore we can. Alright, well with that, I think we're going to leave it off here for this episode. We got a lot done. We established our first outpost. Good old Ori is looking at us. And we're going to take a nice, not nap, but nice bedtime. It's a simple breakfast. We'll make that for morning. Alright, and with that, I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye. Food.